Well, good morning and welcome to the first ever stream. I am Potential Energy and welcome. Decided to start up this stream because I've seen a lot of streaming programs, none of which really interested me too much. So what we're doing here is we're playing on our Direwolf 20 Feed the Beast site, and I'll show you kind of around. What I had in mind today was to kind of show you some of the regular builds and what we've done so far, and then we can kind of go into some explanations if you like, and from there we're going to kind of focus on some of the lesser known mod packs and doing just a little bit more advanced stuff. So here is I guess here's where it all started, was up here. Our original site when we first started was way back here, and you'll see it's kind of grown a little bit since then. We've kind of abandoned this area. We leave it strictly up to these golem workers here to take care of the farming for us. So here was our first chicken farm. I mean, this is all just the start of it here. So I'll take you down into what we have now. Now you'll notice this was all mined out. That's what all this is. But first of all, here's solar. Here's our power. We've got 5 medium volt, which is hardly enough even to keep up with consumption here when we need it. So first things first, here is the rubber farm. Right now I just realized that you can't do this with a filter here. I'm more of a red power guy, but it looks like we need more of these wooden pipes instead to pump out. But you can see we got a little bit of resin in there. And I'll just drop that here. Alright. I suppose I should keep one of those. I'll show you where it's going. Yep, never mind. Alright. So that just uses forestry mod. We've only got 2 of these setups right now, this being the other forestry mod that we have going. We're eventually going to move this probably underground, but we just haven't gotten there yet. I've always done upper world builds, you know, things like this was going to be kind of one level of the storage facility, and as I started to do it, I realized this is not nearly enough space, so we expanded out. I got quite a bit of stuff up here still. I'll show you the entrance here. It's over here. This goes down into kind of the main fort area. Take you down. Of course, everything built in here has been done without spawning items in, without cheating. All of it has been farmed and gathered. So yeah, that's kind of our entryway. I'll show you kind of to the killing room, which is right here. Okay. I like to use an intermingling of mods. I like computer craft quite a bit, which is why the turtles are here and this machine here. So computer craft is definitely one of them. I've just recently gotten into Mistcraft, which is an excellent mod. Mistcraft is more of a mod for, you know, when you're kind of getting a little bored here, you run in there. Kind of like Twilight Forest, but not quite. Twilight Forest, I think, is a little bit more fun, but you can see in here, this is kind of just a room I actually just built yesterday. I like these little trim pieces that Red Power gives me. Again, one of my favorite mods there too. So this is kind of, I call it the trophy room. Currently I'm missing 1 sword. Get out of here. I'm missing Sword of the Zephyr. I just haven't done a lot of Thaumcraft here to finish it off, but kind of a nice little trophy room. I got my 2 hydras that I killed and the ender dragon I killed. And then of course we've got the lich. Okay. Here's my area kind of for expansion. It's going to be in here again. Twilight has these labyrinths, which is awesome. I love these things. The stonework in there is great. So I kind of built this here yesterday. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet, but Cider and I, we've kind of built this place all on our own, and so far we've spent so much time putting effort into getting up and going, getting a good steady supply of minerals and stuff, and getting the sorting system, which I'll show you here at the end, up and running, that we really haven't even gotten any private space of our own. So I believe that's kind of what I'm going to make here, is just a little area for myself eventually. So take it back out. Alright, I won't take you down there yet, but I'm playing a little prank right now. He hasn't been on the server, Cider hasn't, so hopefully he doesn't see this before he goes down there. I'll explain to you what and why that's going on right now. But this is kind of the Mistcraft room. I like kind of separating the mods up into their specific mod pack, unless of course they go really well with something else. So this is the library / Mistcraft room, and this will be one of the very early packs that we overview, because I do believe it is great. You can see kind of up in here, this is kind of my enchanting table here. I did it old school. I didn't realize when I first built it that you didn't need this many bookshelves anymore to get a level 30 enchant, but now I know. So let's see what I get here. Sharpness, great. Got about 600 of those. Alright, so these are my, I got a lot of, probably need another chest in here, but I got a lot of Mistcraft worlds that it took to basically get where we're at today. Here's my favorite, crystals and iron. I'll take you in there, pretty cool. Here's my little library. There's where we started up here, of course. Alright. Well, I'll get you kind of into, you saw the killing room there. I'll show you what we got going on there. We're using Mistcraft, like I said. This is the killing room here. I got it programmed kind of with the script here. Let's close that off here. And what I have it called here, it's been a while since I put it in here. I believe it's called attack here. So we'll just edit that. I'll show you a little bit of the script that we did there. So we got, the first couple lines, all they do is just clear out the screen, and it just writes a little something so that you know kind of what's going on. And then of course here's Walter Do, just very, very simple. This was kind of the first iteration here of the script here. And I believe I just put it into startup actually, so let's edit that. The reason you do startup on, say a turtle or a computer, it's because when the computer first turns on, when you log into your world, you want it to, boom, if you've got a dedicated task, you put it right there in startup. So here is the other one. Again, while true do, just says when this condition is right, attack, basically. And then when you attack, I just got a little script here to say something. This isn't exactly my code from scratch, but I did do a little kind of fine-tuning on it, and I'm still in the process of. But basically what it does is, over the other one, is that you'll notice that there's stuff here in the inventory. It will pick up stuff that are dropped from the mobs, and basically once it gets full, what does it do with it? It sprays it all over this room, and it's not very much fun. So what this does is it will, when it gets full, it will void everything in its inventory out the front. Okay, so turtle drop. I'm actually going to probably change that front. That way it will drop it out front. I think it does it as its default anyways. And then it just takes a little nap here. So that is that. So let's run that here. Okay, and it just kind of spams you a little bit, but that's okay. You'll kind of notice in front here we've got, I believe they're called transposers. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but what they do is when these void, they basically they pump out all their contents into the middle of the room there, and those transposers pick it up. So that happens all down here in the maintenance hatch. Right here. Here's the bottom of them. Oop. Let's see if I can get you the name of them. No, you can't go into them like filters. Anyways, here they are. They pump down into the sender chest. Everything that we build is built with the future in mind. Okay, so when I build something, I know that we're going to expand, and I want to make it as easy as possible so I don't have to rebuild. I like using these ender chests. You'll notice from here the rubber shop, up top here, the oak kind of farm there, they all use black, which is our sorting machine. I'll show that to you. The last thing, of course, are these right here. This is just a very generalized bundled cable setup. Again, when we go over some computer craft stuff, I'll show you how to do some simple stuff. I'm not too advanced. I'm just learning it myself, so who better to teach it, right? This bundle cable is great because you can get 16 different colors, and when you code in computer craft, you can tell the computer to use 6 different inputs. So 6 times 16, 96. You can get 96 different things controlled by one computer. Actually, even more. Sorry. If you use it to connect to another computer, which can then control another 96. I haven't done anything like that yet. We're not that expanded, but soon. Okay, so I should probably show you why we built this killing room and where the mobs actually come from. So again, with Mystcraft, they have these things, that crystal and iron portal that you saw here. This is a portal. You get them out of certain Mystcraft ages, okay? They form just kind of like stalagmites, kind of like glowstone. And you mine it up. And the good thing about these portals, they form a similar thing like another portal, okay? But they, you can make them any size, any shape. So, this actually goes this whole distance. You can see the portal, and it goes, I'm not going to spoil what all this is quite yet. It goes all the way back to here, okay? So this whole portal here is controlled by this one book. That book is linked to right above here. So if you were to spawn in here, like this. Oh, yep, I forgot. That's the one I messed up for my prank. Okay. Anyways, I could do it over here. And you fall right down in here, next to all these guys. It's kind of scary in here, because they do not play around. Ooh. There we go. Get me out of there! So, what we've got going on, one of the first things we did is we knew we needed lots and lots and lots and lots of ender pearls. And of course, you need lots of resources in general, so we built, ta-da, the petting zoo. The petting zoo is not finished yet, still needs floor, Still has a couple more exhibits to go in here, so bear with us here. You'll get to see us as we build it. Right here, we've got our zombie dudes. And again, I have to apologize. I'll show you this in another one here today. It is not currently working because of something that we're doing. I see this guy got put in upside down. That's all right. Let's see if we can fix him. Boop. Good. So this is our skelly spawner. It is powered by kind of some of that, you saw these guys down there in that maintenance room. And also this spawner. I love that mod. Instead of picking up spawners, which we used to have to do, we can now spawn them as needed. And you'll see right here where my pointer is here, we're missing redstone in there. That's on purpose. Again, for the prank. Here in this room, you'll see that we are, again, missing it. I'm going to just fly up there and show you kind of what's going on here. Okay. I think that may be currently broken. That would not be good. Okay. Let me fix that quick. Boop. So the thing about the come on now, about the grav suit and those portals is they do not go well together here. So every time you go through it, you gotta turn your pack on and off here. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna try not to spoil our ending here. Grab one of those guys, get out of here. Don't worry, that part's coming. Alright. This wouldn't be a very good prank, huh? Boom. There. Now we go. Now this one will work, okay? We just don't want to switch it on quite yet. Oh, there we are. Okay. Alright, so let's close that door here. Alright. Next things we got here, we've got spider spawner. Okay, so we got cave spiders. I farmed this one basically all on my own. It was really boring, but it's done. Basically all of these I farmed on my own, except for Cider did a lot of the zombie and the skellies ones here, I guess. Here we've got a blaze spawner, of course. All right, and we have an ender spawner right here. Wonder if there's any dudes in there. No, not right now. Okay. This one, we had to go to the end and basically just kill freaking Enderman after Enderman. I hate those bastards. 1,024. These are all tier 5. Again, if you don't know what that is, it's a mod where you can make soul stones. Here, I'll show you one right here. I've got a zombie pigman going, and I've got a slime. If you kill one of those with these in your inventory and your hotbar here, it will save that kill. In the case of zombie pigmen, 807 into this. You need at least a tier 4 to spawn these zombie pigmen here in the overworld, which is okay, but if I put it in there, I would lose quite a few souls here. Alright. Well, you can see here, here's our massive mining pit that we hollowed out here to make room. Down there, that's my dark iron pit. I'll show you that one. I need to make some dark iron, but here is the pit. This was not dug out by hand. We do have lives. Here's that pit here. I'll show you what we did there in just 1 second, and I will advise you against it in advance, okay? Alright. So it's just a little cosmetic stuff here. I'll show you down here again. Can't take the regular way down, so we'll drop off the side. Here is a similar thing that we have going on. You'll see we did a decent job. I'm going to fix that just with one more instead of this panel here, we'll put one more wood thing there, one more stair. But this is our chicken spawner. You can see how this works here. Chickens fall down through the portal. Every once in a while they say hi. They get hung up there. That's all right. Okay. We've got a pig one that's going in here eventually. Again, need to do the roofs. Oops, shit. All right, well, you get to see that a little bit. I'm glad I didn't die. Okay. So, don't touch the portals, okay? Okay. Well, let's just drop down again, shall we? Okay, so here is eventually going to be our pigs. They are going to go in here. We don't have that spawner quite finished yet. We were really working on the chicks here. What are you doing up there? Hey! Hey, you! Hey! Anyways, here is our beef cattle. Oh, we got a little dude up there in the wheat. What's up? So basically what this is in this little stack here. And you can cover them, I guess. I didn't build this, by the way. This was Cider's doing. Well, I'll show you. Here's some cattle. So instead of having to, this is Feed the Beast. I get it. And it took us a long freaking time to set up feeders and get all this taken care of and stuff. So whatever. If it's cheating, I don't care. It took us a while to get here. So there it is. If I flip that switch, I'll kind of show you the killing room here with these mobs at least. Are they spawning? You spawning? Yep, there you are. So what you'll see every once in a while is a flying cow, okay? Whee! There you go. And what that does is it teleports them right here to the top. Alright? They fall down and basically get butchered by these turtles, okay? And of course what the turtles do is they suck up all that meat. Look at it! And there they are. They don't last long. I've got, what, 12 turtles here. Sometimes they get kind of stuck in the middle, but as soon as one moves, it's like popcorn. I love it. Alright, let's go shut that off. Because eventually the XP that they create becomes so overwhelming for the server that it eventually crashes it. So we like to turn that off. In here, this is, you'll see me teleport here every once in a while. This is another unfinished room. This is our Thaumcraft room, okay? I don't know too much about this, but if you guys want, I'll learn a little bit and I'll teach you about it. This is basically just the starting place here. We've got this little dude. I love these little golem dudes. I don't know why. Anyways, he fills the water up, brings it back, fills up these thingers, and I believe there's going to be another golem down here to basically fill these, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a Thaumcraft dude. You can see up here, here is our little prank. This is the main entrance here that comes from our big main room. This is how he likes to come down here. So I set up a little dude. He'll see if he comes in here. That's all right. He won't see it because he always comes in down here. He thought it was funny the other day to, well, I'll show you. Over here is an area that I have been working on, and you might not be able to recognize it quite yet, but it is. Oh, he was here playing with stuff again. Damn you, Cider. What is this? What are you? Why are you here? Are you a hippo? I've never seen you before. Oh, and a penguin? Holy shit. Oh, our flux must be really messed up. That's what's going on here. What are you down here? Are you another penguin? What's up? Oh, you're a raven. I'm going to kill you. I need your feathers. Okay, so what this is right now is, oh, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? I'm not breaking that. I am not breaking it. This is something Cider did. Not touching it. He likes to play jokes on me here. But this is none other than Beaver Creek from Halo 1, okay? So we're building a a little PvP zone here. Of course, it goes a lot faster in creative, okay? I'll give it that. But this is kind of the early stages of it here. Basically, all I've got done is the building, some of the landscape, and of course, the creek. Again, what this used to be is a giant mining pit, okay? I love mining pits. Gives us plenty of room to go. This is probably, he's going to do some sort of spectator thing up around here, so that when you die, you can probably still see. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what this thing is. He's probably fucking with me big time. That'll be something, if you stay tuned to the channel or watch it later, you're probably going to see plenty of. Because we get along and all, but we're old college roommates. We like to kind of fuck with each other every once in a while. Alright. So, I flew over there to show you the prank. I didn't actually show it to you. So, on this wall, Cider thought it would be funny to draw a giant glow-in-the-dark, okay? It was huge, and it was about that big, okay? Giant glow-in-the-dark schlong, okay? Sorry for the kids watching this, but it's anatomy. It's alright. And it was doing inappropriate things. So he thought that was pretty funny, considering I had spent 3 days over here already putting this together to defile it like that. I have to hand it to him. He did it all in inverted lights, all different colors. So for him to farm all those pigments probably took quite a while. So it was a good prank. What I am going to do to get him back here is I set up that tripwire here, and I have that tripwire signaling a redstone wireless receiver over here, okay? And I basically just moved this off-site because what this does is it is set up to a state switch right here, this thing. So basically the signal comes in through here, okay, through 1000, and it turns this on for a set amount of time. Right now I believe I have it set at 32 seconds. I'm going to add just a little bit because I did it the other day just to test it out, and it wasn't too bad. I don't want to kill him. He's he's got quantum armor. He doesn't have the grav chest yet, but he's got plenty of armor to deal with what I did. So I'm not that mean, people. So that turns on for a set amount of time. I lost a brick somewhere. That way, what that does is you saw that number 102. That corresponds to zombies, okay? So when he drops down in here, this book right here, which I replaced with the old one, is going to teleport zombies in. And if you look real close, you can see the wire going across there. So when he falls down there, he is going to have a battle royale on his hands, okay? For 35 seconds, zombies are going to spawn right here in this room and swarm the living shit out of him, okay? So, little prank. I know he'll be able to take it. That's what you get for drawing giant schlongs on my stuff, okay? Alright. Last couple things I want to show you before we finish off, of course, is here is my machine, which is, as you see, out of order for the prank here. I don't want people spawning other monsters down there, but here's my program here. It's called Spawn. And what it does here is it just selects from some of our skellies or zombies, spiders, blaze, endermen, and all, if you want, to spawn here in this tube. So to do that, all you'd need to do is just type in, I believe enderman still works. Let's see where they spawn. If they spawn. Oh, not right now. Let's type in exit so that they quit spawning. Basically, again, some more script to go with what's down below. This may look hard, but it's really not, people. So I will walk you through when we get to the computer craft segment how to just write simple scripts. This setup is very versatile. It can be used for turning on lighting or turning on a reactor or whatever you want to do with it. Very versatile that way. So I can kind of show you that when we get there. Ooh, it's zombies somewhere. Yeah, zombies. You in here? No. Okay. Here's our maintenance hatch. It brings us down to where all the power goes, which is way down. When we first started, we were solely nuke power, okay? We were running 2 nuke reactors, basically non-stop, to keep up with our power demand. I'll take you into reactor 2 here. We had 2 MFEs, which are now dry because we don't, this is just here for goodness sake, okay? In here, here's our setup, okay? It's same for here, only this has 2 MFEs and 1 MFSU. That was a main one that we first started. This circuit, you'll notice that we put in some cool green lighting here since this is a nuke reactor. Can be either flipped on or off right here. Okay, so that switch is basically the emergency shutoff switch. Is also, you'll see some wire kind of running through here underneath this thermal monitor. If this got above 320, it would send a signal to here, turning this off. Okay, so this controls everything. You also see that we've got one coming out this way. This is a very simple OR gate. Okay, redstone logic here. So this will again turn off when I have this bottom MFE signal to turn off when it's full. Obviously it's not emitting a signal because it is bone dry. So I flipped it on just for a sec, so you'll get to kind of see the power output here quite a bit. It's quite a bit of power, builds up very rapidly, so if we need a burst energy for any whatever reason, we can do that. Here's the setup. We just have heat vents in here. Okay, 1 heat vent for every cell. That way this thing stays totally cool, no heat whatsoever. It's not the most efficient. I mean, you could upgrade these heat vents and you can do all that kind of stuff. We chose not to. It was good enough the way it was, so we just kind of left it. The other reactor looks just like this, and they go up here. I'll show you that room here in just a bit. So this is kind of my power hallway. You'll see here's like a little cider's room for now. Here's what we use right now. These should be hopefully all full. Yep, full. So we've got a 4 stack. It is in series, not in parallel. Parallel would mean that there's another stack here going to the same output. Right now this emits 512 EU or current. If you put another one here, it would double that to go to 524, I guess. Or I'm sorry, 1024. These come in from our solar panels and then get shipped straight up. Okay, so really nothing fancy here yet. I do have plenty of room when we start getting into the high voltage solar arrays, where we can put, you know, all of these. We can put another stack here, another stack here, another stack here, and we can do the same thing here. So we can have a lot of power storage down here, more than we'll probably ever use. This down here, if you remember from the very beginning, you saw all those solar panel arrays. This is a little thing I took from someone online. It is basically a wireless Bluetricity generator. Okay, Bluetricity, another sort of energy. It's used, and I'll show you why we have this here, is 1, the sorters, and 2, the machine we use to mine uses this. So we've got an ender chest here which is full with batteries. This here set to filter out full ones to send down into these 5 Bluetricity batteries, which run up. This is overkill, but like I said, we're set up for the long haul. This transposer, or I'm sorry, retriever, is set to when one of these gets empty. Okay, you'll see here there's some tubing underneath here. When one of these gets empty, it will pull it out, suck it up here, and pump it into this ender chest. The exact opposite happens on the surface, where it takes those empty ones here, these ones here, okay, these are empty. It will charge them and then put them back in the chest. So kind of a neat system there. Again, didn't think of it, but damn, genius. Okay, this one I did. This is mine. This is the Mega Joule factory, okay, or Minecraft Joule. basically this is what used to run our mining quarry system before we kind of switched into something else. Okay, it also runs, you know, the magma crucible, all that kind of stuff, which I don't quite have set up yet because I really haven't touched those much. But here we've got 4 electrical engines, okay, running on power from over here, from these guys. Okay, and at the flip of a switch, they should all turn on. So pretty freaking cool, right? I'll show you how that works here. It took some balancing, but basically what it does is, again, it uses this torch here and this right here. This is a EU splitter, and all of this is EU cabling, okay, power cabling. What it does is when there is electricity flowing through there, it creates a redstone signal, which therefore powers all of these, because you all know that they need electricity, EUs, and they also need a redstone signal. So this wiring, very, very minimalistic. Okay, it beats running, you know, this loop here and then a redstone loop all the way along the bottom and up in the top. I mean, it looked like a mess. So I did it this way because it was simpler and it works. It's awesome. We've got these redstone energy cells. This one is pretty empty right now, but we've got these back here which are full. And we've also got an energy tesseract right here in between, so it pulls from both of these guys, and then you can put another one up front, another one in back, another one here if you want just to pull from this cell. So how this works is this torch right here basically controls the whole system. This cuts off power, okay, and it cuts off power at the same time. It does both. In order to run one of these, you need this old ugly redstone. It just has to be there. Sorry. When you flip this lever here, it turns on this engine and this engine only. Okay, this is like one of the last ones on the circuit here, because power comes in here, runs around, and ends powering this one last. Okay, and the reason that's important is if we power, say, this one here up top, the energy only goes that far, okay? It doesn't go any further. If we power the last one in the chain, all of this lights up and turns it all on. So if you guys want a walkthrough on how to build it, I can do that in Creative sometime. The materials for this were pretty damn expensive, so I probably won't build another one here, especially for these stupid redstone energy cells. They were spendy. But it's worth it for anything that runs on these Minecraft tools. So there is that. Okay. Again, any questions, comments? This is the first ever I've seen this design, so this is a new design for everyone out there. Okay. Going over here, and we just got some old junk basically. Okay, heat exchangers. I made a whole bunch of these. Didn't even need them, so that was worthless, right? Okay, well, I guess I got the last room here left for you guys, and then we'll come down in here and I'll show you how it all runs, and then we'll be, I think, done for the day here. Of course, if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to post them here. Sign up in upcoming episodes if you want. I'll show you how to build all this stuff, okay? So again, something I've never seen to this scale before is our sorting and processing room here. Okay? I'll just shut up and let you look it all in here. Okay, now this is the first room we built. It's also the last one that I've finished, and it's not even quite finished yet, but it's close. The last thing I want to do is add in a couple more ender chests here, so that we can keep them stocked with materials that we use in certain rooms, like the Mistcraft would have, you know, pages and books and quills, and that it would keep that filled with, so that we could have a chest over here. So this may look like a huge huge mess, but it is very elegant, very simple. And I'll show you here how this works. Take out some diamonds here, okay, so I can show it to you. I've got a stack of diamonds in my hand, and there's 32 up there. Now, you remember from before, black, 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 okay? Anything that goes in this chest, and if we look long enough, we might see a tree or a piece of wood or the golems harvesting our wheat. Oh, there's some, okay? It goes over to here, boop, and it gets sorted. If you look closely, you might even seen that little bit of purple flash across the screen. These are routers. Now I've got a dual stack here because to keep up with our machines, it has to feed pretty quickly. So these are all upgraded with speed boost, thoroughness, bandwidth. Bandwidth and speed boost are the necessary ones. So you can see every once in a while an item gets put in here and then disappears because it's getting sorted automatically here. So here's those apples I just end up right up over here. You can see a lot of these have seeds in them. These are just placeholders for now. The way these barrels work is that if there's an empty spot, whatever goes through it, whether or not it has another barrel to put it in or not, we'll put it in that empty spot first. I thought thoroughness would fix that, but it doesn't. So sorry about that. Anyone knows a better way, you let me know. I'll fix it. Okay. So you'll see the chest is on top of the sorting machine. If I drop in these diamonds here, and we go over to watch it, pretty soon you're going to see that go up by a stack. Right there. It just happened. Perfect. How that happens is I've got, you can see some of these colors up here. Okay, here's red, yellow, green. I got some white, some different blue colors, and different green. In the sorting machine, I've got it set up to do certain things. So this is basically our one-stop shop for processing. When we mine, everything comes to this room automatically, gets sorted out. You can see iron, copper, gold, silver, tin, monazite. They all get sent to white, which would be the macerators here, which are upgraded, with 2 transformer upgrades and 6 overclockers. Okay, we've taken a long time to do all that. So all that stuff gets macerated first, then comes back, gets resorted through the second sorting system, which I'll show you, and then gets reprocessed. Here you can see uranium goes right to the compressor to pump it into these ingots here. We've got 2 stacks, 2.5. So it automatically creates those ingots for us. We've got the tar down here, sticky resin that automatically gets created in the extractor to rubber, and then that's sorted and stuff. Every once in a while we come across a mob or something that dies and it jams up the whole system, so we got a bow or this iron shovel. That's normally what they drop. So it will discard them, because if it's an arrow or something, arrows can be sorted. Broken items cannot be stored in barrels, so that's why we need to get rid of it. Last, you'll see here the raw beef, raw chicken. There'll be a raw pork one here once we get that farm up and running. When a mob is killed out here in the grinder, okay, those items get collected, sent to this chest, which then gets sent to the furnace right here. These are all 3 induction furnaces, and then they get put on the wall. So we got plenty of food. Okay. You'll notice for certain things, like gold ore, it has to first be macerated and then smelted. That's what this does. It takes all the copper dust, gold, iron, tin, and everything. And when that comes into this return chest, it will then send it back out to lime green, which is the induction furnaces. So it takes care of everything, and it does this very, very quickly, guys. I should show you here on an episode. Maybe I'll do it today if I have time. That way you know how fast it actually processes. We also have a couple of other things set up that we're not using quite yet, but these are auto crafting tables, so you can set say you want sand to be made into sandstone. You can have all the sand that goes through go to, this auto crafting table with a pattern set up here, and it will pump out sandstone out the back. So it's an automated process. You can do the same with cobble. Our machine makes cobble so quickly that basically we dump it. It goes to black. It gets toasted. So we don't really even use it, but we could if we wanted more sand. Okay, we don't have much sandstone. Got quite a bit of glass. That's what I was making yesterday, just to make sure we had plenty. So yeah, that's the sorting system. It is awesome. We had some troubles to start, but everything works out perfectly now. It just handles so much material. We used to be using all these recyclers for all of our cobble here, and I wish I would have recorded that one for you. That was a mess. But basically we were using all that scrap to basically get pumped into our 3 mass fabricators, okay? And we couldn't keep up, even with these recyclers with 5 overclockers. I think they had 7 back then. So just couldn't keep up. So I had to get rid of it. All right. Well, that basically explains this room here. I'll show you how it all works down here. Okay, so here's our, this is over the top of the nukes. That's why all this is reinforced. Okay. This is just from the solar down there. Okay. These pipes right here, this is return. This is, I believe, scrap return. Okay. From any of the machines. Well, I'll show you from the start. How about that? First of all, here is our disintegrator. It's just a basic filter pointing into a room filled with lava, so in a black signal. I wish I could show you, but I can't run up there fast enough. Gets pumped out of the sorter right here. Okay, one of these 3 items. It basically just burns it, so we get rid of it. So when we run the miner, this guy goes crazy. Pink is our color, basically how you, and I can show you some of these settings, sorting machine, because it took me a while to figure it out. Basically it says if something isn't in this list, okay, then export it to pink, which basically means it's all ready just to go up on the pipes. Okay. Here is our return. Goes in here, comes up around the back, because you can only sort in the top of the sorting machine, can't come in the sides, and then out the bottom here. Again, this either runs one back to our main feed line, which is this. Okay, this is the main feed line that goes to the machines, or it can pump it down through here to our sand line. This is something we experimented with. It's not going over very well. The mass fab is a much easier way to make diamonds than this, but otherwise it pumps it up into the routers, which is pink right here. What this was is it was taking sand. Okay, I'll show it to you. Taking sand, making it into sandstone. Then it was taking that sandstone, making it into clay. This is all using minium stones. Okay. It will then take that clay balls and make a clay block, I guess. There's clay blocks. 4 of them make a iron ingot. Again, these are minium stones. Minium stones, you put 1 in here for the recipe, but you need a chest out front to basically take the durability loss. Okay, this one in here will always stay perfect. It takes quite a few of these, 8 of these iron ingots to make a gold ingot, and then 4 of those makes a diamond, and then we're just going one step further and making a diamond block. So far, this has only created 7 diamonds, so pretty shiny. I can make 7 diamonds with the mass fab in about 2 minutes, so it's much better to do it that way than this way. So ignore this. This is just a little test down here. Alright. Well, I believe you guys are all acquainted with it here. The only thing is why. Okay, I know that this can be made a whole lot simpler than this, but it's set up as kind of a community thing. So if you're looking to do something nice for your server, if you're an admin, you can set something up like this. It looks great, personally. The only thing I don't like is that if you want an item, you got to click on it. not the end of the world, but not the best either. You know, it works. It works. We've got plenty of empty spaces, okay, for stuff here still. Things that we use a lot. You know, like I love this red alloy. And dyes and stuff. You know, plenty of room. Plenty of room. And this is just miscellaneous stuff. Slabs, covers. These tend to just take up a shit ton of room, so we put them in there. Alright. I've seen you probably looked through all my goodies here now. I've just been recently going to the Twilight Forest. That's why there's a lot of Twilight. Oh, we got 2 more shards here. Interesting. A lot of just stuff that needs to find a home. I just haven't taken the time to do it yet. So. Last thing you'll see here, little filters here, like for the scrap boxes here that get fed into the mass fab. If I take out some of those, and we'll go put them back in here. If I press this button once, what it does is it sends a stack down through the floor and over to the mass fabricator, filling it up. Wait just a sec here. Come on. There it is. Look at that. That's great. It fills from the floor. Mass fabs only fill from the floor. Okay. It's kind of stupid. They're opposite from any other machine in that pack. So, come on, really. It makes it really hard to make it look clean like this. Again, I love filters. All these filters are using one timer, which is behind this wall, to run. So lag minimal. Okay. Last thing, of course, what you want to know is right here. Okay. So sorting colors shows you where everything goes. This is the part you haven't seen yet, the mining control center. Okay, this is something I found on YouTube here. Not a whole lot of people have seen it. It was just they called it an airship. Okay, it's just a very simple engine, and I kind of turned it into my own personal kick-ass quarry system. Okay, so here's what it looks like. The airship controller. Again, this code was not written by me. If you want to know who wrote it, just go to Google, type in Minecraft airship, and you'll find it. He's got a great pastebin site. Don't have to write any of the code. It's perfect. It's wonderful. Love it. Basically, what this does is I'll show you here. This takes us to the shaft. Here we are. Okay, here's the shaft. Let's see where I left it last. Here it is, down here in the bottom. Shite. By the way, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone that's watching this today. If you're not watching it today, well, happy St. Patrick's Day anyways. We're all Irish today. Alright, so show you how this works. Let's bring this up. So you type in the amount you want here, 99. I do need to change this because the way I have it running needs a lot more than 99 to hit bedrock. You can move it up, down, forward, back, left, right. It's great. I do want to install a new mod on here, a camera mod, so we can see what the airship's seeing, so I don't have to go out there all the time to see where it's at. But this is it operating, okay? Let's jump down here in this pit. Here it is. Look at that. Oh, look at that. It's so beautiful. Looks like it found a huge pool of lava here. Ooh, diamonds. Yum yums. Huge pool of lava. Okay. So, this is the shit. So, excuse my language here. I just get really excited. This is all redstone frame tubing underneath these iron panels with block breakers. Now this is an 8 by 52 8 by 52 mining area, and it does it every 3 seconds. So every 3 seconds, it's going to take 416 blocks with it, okay? It's huge. This pit is only 1, 2, 3, 4 goes through here, okay? Huge amount of area that this thing covers. It takes, I ran this maybe for an hour and got this whole section. If you run a quarry, you get about this deep in an hour, okay? So look at the difference. This versus this. That is why our sorting system is so intense, because this just pumps out so much materials that it needs to keep up. I like doing everything right, cheating or not. If it gives it to me in the game, I'm going to use it. So I thought that this was a really good idea. I've seen some of these mining machines a long time ago. I haven't seen anything recently because these tube frames, I'll show them to you here. Frame tubes. Here they are, tube frames, redstone. We're using redstone tube frames. That way it will trigger the timing, which is the same timing used for the sorting machine, believe it or not. The power of wireless redstone. To make them, you get some support frames and a redstone tube. Simple as that. Or a frame tube and redstone. So brass, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of brass here. So that was the only hard part, was getting enough brass to actually do anything. Okay, so brass is not very easy to come by, because I believe it takes copper. If I'm wrong, correct me here. Brass ingot, yeah, copper, 3 of them. Now, even with this mining machine, I mean, here's 4 right there. There's a couple up here. It's a very rare material. I found on Feed the Beast. It's been I've got more diamonds than I know what to do with. I don't have any spare copper, none. You need it for making power, you need it for electricity, you just need copper, and there's just no way to get it. You can't transmute anything to copper. You're stuck with the copper you got. So there you have it. That is the mining machine. On a future episode, I'll show you as it moves. It's pretty impressive to see it, but for now, you can just kind of see that it's down there. It's moving. This is the one thing I might cut back on. Okay, it's a little big, and I think I solved the problem here when I put this this chunk loader on it. Chicken chunks, thank you. Right here, that's what you see, and you saw one in the sorting room as well. Oh, I got a panel to replace. Basically, it's so big that it spans across like 3 chunks, okay? So it needed a chunk loader to keep it all loaded, and what it was doing is, if you got too far away from it, it would eat itself, okay? It would just start digesting itself. So that is the airship controller. That's the mining machine. I guess the last thing I'll show you is you know, if you got any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll just kind of, I think I'm going to get charged up here real quick. By the way, that charge pad you saw there in the sorting room, garbage. Don't build them. They're so bad. It's convenient to get all your gear charged all at once, but it's so slow for the grabby chest plate. The only way to do it is an MFSU. We've got the max amount of overclockers in it, and it's still very slow. So you got to kind of do something about that. You need a little bit faster way to charge this chest piece. Okay, there we go. You may have noticed I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so get over it. Alright, here we go. Now, I tested this out before, it worked. If it doesn't, I'll have to do some quick troubleshooting here. But here's the prank. Prank for a prank. I'll show it to you here. So, he's going to drop down in here. Oop, not that side. He's got his levitator. Trigger it. Oh, shit! All right, so he is going to have quite the battle, and I should just like kind of let them all spawn here, but ooh. Now this, for most of you, seems really mean. Okay, I would not recommend that you do this on just any old server to someone, but like I said, I know he's got the armor, he's got the weapons, he's got the weapons on him, and I did give him a way to escape. I didn't, you know, I thought about being really mean and closing off all the exits and stuff, but I didn't. So he's gonna have a, like I said, little battle royale on his hands here. I gotta get something to eat. Oh shit! I just spawned it again. Ah! Quit spawning! So that could happen. I would not recommend it. Oh my god, there's so many zombies. I'll just sit here and take it. I got plenty of health here. So if this would happen to him, this would probably not be good. This is why I told him he needs to build me a Sword of the Zephyr. I was going to drop it down to him. There we go. This works. It's not quite as fun to watch though, huh? How's this? I'm just going to make sure I don't fucking spawn anymore. So, I just noticed that the reason that happened is if you get them too close to the tripwires there, you can, they'll either knock you or one of themselves into that tripwire. That is no good, because then it starts the whole spawn sequence over again. And they do kind of hurt here a little bit. Taking down my chest plate 3% since we've been in here. He'll be just fine. Like I said, he's got quantum armor, so I figured, little trick, that's what you get for drawing giant phalluses on my walls. I got just a few more left over here. Let's clean up my mess. They somehow got stuck here. Alright. So that is the power of the spawners. Let's pick all that junk up. It's much easier when they're... oh god, I hear them somewhere else. Where are they? Hope they're not spawning somewhere else too. Be bad news. If they would be spawning up here. They're not. Okay. Phew. Okay. So. Oh my god. How'd one get up here? Don't fall down there. Don't you dare. Okay. Phew. I was a little worried. I heard a click click. I didn't hear any of them spawn. Oh. Alright, I got another little mess to clean up. But that is our world here. I'll keep you guys up to date here as I can. Want to make this more of a you know, an everyday thing here. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I do like to play quite oftenly. This is a multiplayer server, but for right now it's basically single because Cider is he gets pretty busy with stuff here, so it's been basically just myself here. If you'd like to apply to get on the server, you let me know. Send me a comment. We'll do a little interview here. I can't let just anyone on, but that we will save for another day. So with that in mind, I'll sign off here, and thank you so much. Take care.